As a fellow member and victim of Black fatigue, I want to raise my right hand in solidarity to all the other Black people who have stood up and said that they too are tired of all the foolishness. Some of us have been here for a long time. Some of us have tried to say things and been shot down, called horrible names by people who look just like us. And then we have a certain party who also reinforces this behavior that allows for one group to denigrate the other with no consequences. How long did you think that you were going to be able to call people names and then people were not going to start calling them back? And how narcissistic is it that you feel entitled to call people names, but then when they're called to you, you want to cry victim? I am tired of a community or certain people in the community who absolutely refuse to call out any bad behavior that they see. Egregious things that are obviously wrong that we simply will not admit to because racism. And when we are called to account on anything, all we do is blame racism, slavery, systemic, whatever. And people are sick of y'all. I'm sick of you. And I gotta be honest, I'm really glad that the conversations are being had and that Black people like me, the coons, the Uncle Toms, the bedwenches, who just want to be in their garden and mind their own business. And then they have to scroll on social media or go to Walmart and see people who look like us acting a complete fool. You guys are a disgrace to the people who actually went through all of the horrible things that you think you're going through right now. Do you think that your grandmothers and great-grandparents suffered and endured oppression that you could never understand would want to see you behave in this way after they did that hard work? Some of us have been alive long enough to know what our grandparents wanted. They wanted us to have dignity. They wanted us to build ourselves up. They didn't want us to be perpetual victims. They didn't want us to make excuses for bad behavior. You know it and I know it. And if anybody wants to speak up on what their grandparents said, I would love to hear it because it seems to have been forgotten. You know damn well this is not what they wanted. You know damn well that this is not what they fought for. For those of us who have Black fatigue, we remember what our forefathers fought for. We remember why they shed their blood in the streets, not to stay mad, not to be perpetual victims, but to pick ourselves up and have the opportunity that you have that they never had. Do you know how grateful they would be if they could live in the world that you live in right now? And what would they say? What would they do? I'm sure that ungrateful would be in there somewhere. Ashamed would be somewhere in there. We have really dropped the ball on this, but I'm glad that we're picking it back up. And you know what else we need to start picking up? A mirror. Start looking at it a lot.